这个故事如果你听起来不累，那么你的听力水平在生活中是完全够用的。要持续提升英文，记得点击订阅按钮。我们开始吧。
If you have ever felt your heart sink after paying for something, this story has been waiting for you for centuries. Long before credit cards, before online prices, before anyone talked about a good deal or a bad deal, people already knew the pain of paying too much. They just felt it in a much harsher way. Travel back to Northern Europe more than 1,000 years ago. Winters were long and dark. Food was never fully safe. A good harvest meant survival. A bad one meant hunger, sickness, or death. People did not dream about comfort. They dreamed about getting through the next season alive. Villages were small and crowded. Houses were built close together, made of wood, mud, and straw. Fire was both a friend and a danger. At night, families stayed inside, listening to the wind, hoping it was not carrying the sound of strangers. Strangers often meant trouble. Armed groups moved across land without warning. Some came to rule. Some came to steal. Some came simply because they could. When a stronger force arrived, the rules changed in a single day. The land no longer belonged to the people who worked it. A new ruler always wanted payment. Control was never free. This payment was called a tax, but it had nothing to do with fairness. It was a test of power. If you paid, you stayed. If you could not, you suffered. Silver was rare. Most people never touched a coin in their entire life. Wealth was counted in animals, tools, and stored grain. When those ran out, there was still a price to be paid. Old records and dark stories speak of punishments meant to last longer than pain. One of the most feared was the loss of a nose. The nose sat in the center of the face. You could not hide it. A missing nose told a story without words. It told everyone that you had lost. It told them you had been broken by someone stronger. In some tales, defeated men were given a choice. Pay what you owe, or pay with your face. The blade was quick, but the result was forever. You lived, but every mirror, every stranger, every breath reminded you of the moment you failed. Imagine standing in a muddy square after a battle. The smell of smoke still burns your throat. The ground is torn by boots and blood. Soldiers stand relaxed, as if nothing important just happened. The villagers are lined up. No one speaks. A mother holds her child too tightly. An old man stares at the dirt. A young farmer counts the coins in his pocket again and again, already knowing they are not enough. A soldier steps forward. His armor is scratched. His voice is steady. He names the price. Some people step out of line and hand over what they have. Their hands shake, but they are relieved. Others stand frozen. They have nothing left to give. The soldier looks at them for a long moment. He does not shout. He does not rush. He offers the other payment. Fear fills the silence. Even if these stories grew darker over time, they carried a truth people understood. Power always demands a price. And sometimes, that price is far more than it should be. As years passed, the violence slowly faded. Kingdoms grew. Laws replaced blades. But memory stayed alive in language. People remembered what it felt like to give up too much under pressure. In England, this memory found a new form. People began to say that when something cost far more than it was worth, it was like paying through the nose. No blood was involved anymore, but the meaning was clear. You were being forced to give more than was fair. By the 17th century, the phrase appeared in writing. Merchants used it. Farmers used it. Writers used it. It became a quiet protest, a way to say, "This is wrong," without starting a fight. Picture a small shop owner in that time. He works long hours. He knows his customers by name. Then new taxes arrive. Fees stack on top of fees. He raises prices, not because he wants to, but because he must. Customers complain. He feels trapped. Everyone pays through the nose, and no one feels good about it. That feeling never left. Today, the world looks different, but the moment is the same. You sit in front of a screen. You read the number twice. You already know it is too high. You still click yes. Rent, school, healthcare, repairs, travel. The reasons change, but the reaction does not. Your shoulders tighten. Your stomach drops. You think about what else that money could have been. That is the ancient feeling behind the phrase. Not anger. Not shock. A quiet sense of loss. When people say pay through the nose, they are not talking about history. They are talking about you. About that moment when you know the deal is bad, but you have no real choice. This phrase survived because it tells the truth. People have always lived under systems bigger than them. People have always paid prices they did not set. So when you feel that familiar sting, remember this. You are not careless. You are not foolish. You are standing where countless others stood before you, feeling the same pressure, making the same hard choice. Language remembers what history forgets. And sometimes, a simple phrase carries more pain, fear, and honesty than any long record ever could.
能以非母语者的身份专注学习到现在，这本身就是很棒的进步。真诚感谢你的观看。如果你觉得本期内容实用，点赞或留言让我知道你的想法，这对我持续创作非常重要。我们下期见。